We're here on the morning show today to talk about an upcoming Veterans Tribute, a salute to our veterans by Dan Kouba and the Journeymen. That's happening at the City Auditorium on Sunday. And in the studio, in fact, Dan is in the studio with us today. We're also joined by Paul Knorr, who's going to talk a little bit about what's going on at the City Auditorium. Lots of things. And Dave Havlick is here. We'll introduce you to him. He's got lots of titles, but representing the 3rd District Sons of the American Legion. We are here to talk about veterans today. And Paul Knorr, this is a program you're very proud of.
The auditorium, we've done this. This is, I think, the 2nd year we've done this, and I'll give my wife credit. It was somewhat her idea to get it started because she does the kids at St. Mary's Catholic School. They do their program right on Veterans Day, which is Tuesday, and they're going to bring those to open up for Dan Kouba on Sunday, the 9th, coming up.
Wow.
So,
yeah, that'll be pretty special to see the kids coming out there and singing.
Yeah, I think they're 3rd through 5th grade kids and such. So, yes, we have a program here, and they're going to open up the program. Let me see what they're going to do first. They're going to do the I think Dave, you'll help present the colors first, I believe.
I know Mike will be there. I might be there,
okay,
depending on what my schedule is.
But then they'll do the national anthem, the Battle Hymn of the Republic, and we say thank you. And Jennifer Hall is doing the piano, and the community singers are Dave and Kathy Brock, Dave Brock, Kathy Brock Swinefest, and Connie Fry. So I think it'll be a good time on this coming Sunday at the brand new City Auditorium.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that because I had a chance to see it for the first time with the Bobby G. Rice concert a couple of weeks ago. Those seats are something else, my friend.
They are nice, yeah. Let's see, the project started about the 1st of August, and we got all the seats in for the play, and yes, we have 407 seats on the main floor, comfortable seats. And we have spaces for wheelchairs and such, both in the front and the back. The board has put a lot of time and effort into that building, and we're pretty proud of it, too. So
I told you when I sat down the first time, even though it's a building that's been around since 1913, it seemed like a new space, didn't it?
Yeah, we've done some painting. We painted the stage. We've done a lot of things. And I'll give a quick shout-out for the board. It's myself and my wife, Roseanne, Dwayne and Shirley Welty, Mick and Robin Cosgrove, Dave Roberts, Andrew Sharp, Bob Frank, and Kent, the wannabe baker. You know Kent, the wannabe baker?
Mr. Adsit? Yeah.
Mr. Adsit, yes. So we put a lot of time and effort into it, but I think it's a good cause. And we have 9 events coming up. We have a season now from September to May. And Dan is the 4th event we've had, and we have 8 more. So we have a regular schedule. We try to do something almost every month during the season. So
that was the goal, wasn't it, when you kind of went into looking at this, is because other communities do this where you have a regular schedule.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, we look at like the Temple Theater in Viroqua and the Mineral Point Opera House, and we're not, we don't have as big an act as those, but we've got some nice acts coming up, and so far we've had the Pride and Prejudice, and we've had a silent movie, which I thought was really neat, Phantom of the Opera. It was a Friday night, and it is free, and we had Bobby G. Rice on October 25th. So we want to get some life back into that old building. So, and I think we've accomplished it, and we got to keep the ball rolling. So.
Yes, we do. We'll come back to you and talk a little bit more about the schedule and the season coming up. As we mentioned, Dave Havlick. Dave, I introduced you, but I kind of shortchanged you on all your titles. Could you give us all the things you're involved in the titles with these veterans organizations?
So to start off, I'm the 3rd District SAL Commander for the state of Wisconsin. So it covers 7 counties in southwest Wisconsin, from the Mississippi to the Illinois state line, over to Dane County, and up to Crawford and Richland County. So I kind of bounce around from place to place. And then I'm also the first vice at Post 13 here in Richland Center. I am a member of Cazenovia Squadron 491. And then I'm also part of the American Legion Riders for the state and for the district.
So. Tell me about the riders, because you went on the ride again this year, didn't you?
Yes. So this year we did a 3-day ride. We started out... trying to remember exactly where all we started out. We bounce around Wisconsin so much, and we raise money for different charities within the state of Wisconsin, mainly veteran-style funds. This year was $72,000 that we raised for this ride alone.
That is incredible. Yeah. What are some of the things that the money goes towards, Dave?
Some of the things it goes to, like Women's Homeless Veterans Funds, Troop and Family Support Funds. So veterans that need help can ask for help this way, and we can get them some money to help them out.
You were telling me about a program in which you provided some comfort to children of those that are deployed. Tell me about that.
So what we do is we have an Elf Dog program, which has been put on for several years through the Sons of the American Legion. And as families are having somebody deploy, like your National Guard, other events, we show up, offer these little stuffed dogs to the children for something for them to hold on to as their parents are leaving. So that way they're not, they have at least something to remember their parents by.
Has to tear at your heart a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's outstanding. So tell us about programs like we've got coming up on Sunday, and they're important, I think, for all of us, aren't they?
They are. So this money goes towards Richland Center's American Post 13, and it goes to help out our local veterans here. However, we need to, if they need a little help with paying, like maybe their bills or something like that, or we've even helped out like buying a wheelchair lift for the back of a vehicle before. Stuff like that is what the money would go towards. Anybody that's a veteran that needs help.
Mm-hmm. So some of the proceeds will be used for that as well. Yep. Tell us about some things that the 3rd District is involved in then through the year. Then it's you got quite a few events, don't you?
We do. So 3rd District, like the Richland Center, we do pancake breakfasts, which we just had this last Sunday. We had, I think, about 275 people show up for that. We raise money for scholarships for children around the area. The 40 and 8, we also raise money for the nurses training fund, where students from the 2nd district from this area can sign up for a scholarship on their 2nd year of nursing. So it kind of helped them out. But there's so many projects in the 3rd District alone that I can't even keep up with it,
Right. And Mike Renish is the president then, right?
He would be the commander of Post 13. He's also the director of the American Legion Riders in the district. So he's, like me, many hats, involved in a lot of things.
And you're his right-hand man, so...
Yeah, at work and at the Legion.
Yeah,
so.
And on the morning show today, too.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you in here. We'll
Thank
come
you.
back to you a little bit. But Dan Kouba is here as well. Dan, you looking forward to the show on Sunday?
I am. I am. I wanted to mention that Paulie is sitting here, and Paulie is the reason why I became a band.
Mm-hmm.
Because my best friend died, and I got to sing at his funeral. And Paulie came up to me and he said, "Man, you need to be on stage." So thank you, Paulie.
I haven't got my royalties yet.
Still
You're welcome, Dan. That is a true story. That is a true story.
Yeah.
That day, did you perform a song that you had written, or did you sing a...
It was a song I wrote.
You wrote?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then last Saturday, more trivia, Bobby G. Rice was here. And you guys were the ones that were responsible for Bobby G. and I getting together over the song Name Tag that I wrote about one of the Renish boys that never ended up in the movie, but Bobby G. Rice was streaming, I think the word is, and he was listening to you on the morning show, and I played that song live. He called the station and wanted to talk to me, and I went down to Nashville and re-recorded it with Nashville Pickers, and it was on the charts for 27 weeks. But in the 10th week, Dave Merlino, one of the directors of the movie Apache Blues Welcome Home, called me up and he said, "Hey, can I use that song for the credits of my movie?" And well, I'm not too dumb, so I said, "Sure." And then I asked him what other music, what he was going to use. And he said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "You're going to pay Creedence Clearwater Revival for their stuff? It's going to cost you some bucks." So I ended up writing a total of 10 songs. The CD is 10 songs. They only took 2. It's their fault.
You've got lots of response from the song Name Tag, though. And
Yes, we have.
And when people learn it's a true story, it means even more, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I want to give one more shout out to you. We are going to do the song Church Lady in the auditorium on Sunday, and I was told at a party the other day that I should record that song and I should release that song. And I said, I've only released that song to WRCO radio, and everybody around here seems to know it. So thank you very much.
I've heard that you have people are out singing the song as you're performing it.
Yeah,
so that's got to be a good
It's
feeling.
really cool. And everybody thinks that the woman who is in the song is my wife, but it's not. It was a 90-year-old lady that told me the story about her husband building her a new home, and at the same time she's going to the milk house to take a bath because the new home didn't have running water in it yet. While she's in there taking a bath, her husband decides to burn the old house down, unbeknownst to her. And the neighbor, Northcott, over by Elroy, sees the fire, calls the Elroy Fire Department, and she said to me, Danny, I know you're a damn genius, but I want you to know I couldn't go to Holy Communion for 2 years after that because most of the firemen were Catholic.
They saw it all. Oh,
Thanks for having me, Phil.
it became a classic.
You guys are great down here.
Yeah, appreciate you coming down here. It's not hard to play for these veterans
No.
tributes, and you've done a lot of them, haven't you?
No. In 2019, is Dan Renish your uncle?
No.
What is he? Your cousin?
He's your boss.
Your cousin-in-law?
You mean Mike?
Mike?
No, Dan.
I don't know, Mike.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, Dan, sorry.
Well, Dan Renish was a 8th grader when he left Hillsborough. And he called me up in 2019 and he said, are you guys having a 50th? And I said, we are. And he says, could I come? He said, I liked your class a lot better than where I ended up. So I got him an invite. And the name of the song is Name Tag. And the reason is because Mary Haase, who married Dwayne Bloor, Dwayne's older than us. And when these two guys came together and Dwayne read Dan's name tag, his exact words were, I thought you were dead. The last time they saw each other, Dwayne carried Dan out of the rice paddies of Vietnam with 4 holes in his back. And they meet at my 50th class reunion. Now, I was meant to write a song about that. I asked permission if I could because PTSD is a real thing. And they gave me permission. And then I came down here and I played it live. And Bobby G heard it. And the rest is history.
Yeah. Very meaningful song. I don't think you changed the lyrics, so you didn't embellish it too much. It's pretty much how
Not
it
at
happened,
all. It's
isn't
the same as it was.
it? Yeah. And
Except that Dan Renish isn't the one that had the 4 holes in his back. A guy by the name of Don Bloor, who would have been Dwayne's brother, had the 4 holes in his back, and I knew I couldn't put brother carrying brother. It would be too hokey. So I put, Dan actually did the same thing that Dwayne did. He was a search and rescue. So that's what the Apache Blues were. They were search and rescue boys. And then I got to open for Lee Greenwood down in Punta Gorda, Florida in 2020. I was allowed 1 song, and I did the song Requiem. And 2 weeks ago, I was playing down in Tennessee, and a guy comes up to me and he said, do you take requests? And I said, if I know the song. And he said, would you do Requiem? I said, my Requiem? He said, yeah. He said, I was there when you played for Lee Greenwood, and that meant something.
my goodness. Yes.
That meant something.
He was at the same...
I think I'm on some kind of a mission, Phil. You think?
Well, you're not a veteran yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just so enamored by these guys that put her all on the line, and I don't think people realize what they actually have gone through. You're going to find out on Sunday that I'm bringing a guy back. I got a special. Are you going to tell that? Or
Go ahead, you tell it.
Okay. A man that I met when I opened for Lee Greenwood was a down pilot 3 times. And 3 times he was saved by the Blues. And when I brought him back to Ontario last year for the premiere of the movie we had, he took the stage and he was doing the talking, and he said he was laying in his Chinook and everybody in the Chinook was dead except him. And he had a pistol in his hand, and he didn't know whether or not he was going to have to shoot the first person that came in the door or himself. And the first person came in the door was Dwayne Blower.
We've had the chance to have Dwayne on the air with us. I know you brought him along one time.
I'm hoping that him and Mary can attend on Sunday, but Dwayne's going through some real physical stuff right now. So if he doesn't make it, he doesn't make it, but I know that Mary sure would like to have him come.
It's hard to imagine someone who has been shot down and rescued that many times, why they didn't give up after the first time they were shot and come back to civilian life,
When you look at, I had an 86-year-old man come into my office about 6 months ago, and Phil, he actually rejuvenated me because I was in a funk. I wasn't writing anything good, and he wanted me to write a song about. He was 34 years in the Navy, and he wanted me to write a song about leaving your loved ones behind on the dock as you're pulling away in the ship. He actually painted a picture of the Kitty Hawk pulling out with him on the Kitty Hawk waving goodbye to his wife, Joanne, and the little kid next to him waving goodbye. When he came in and asked me to write that song, it rejuvenated me. And when I saw this painting that this 86-year-old man, I'm 74, and I wasn't, I was in a funk. And all of a sudden this guy comes in, asks me to do this. Personally, I think it's the best song I've ever done. It's called Haze Gray and Underway. We are going to do that song on Sunday.
The stage debut.
The stage debut, you bet.
Tell me about the Journeymen. Who's in the band?
We've got the incredible Doc John Gielig, who is, I just read in this program, he's been playing since 9th grade. Good Lord. He don't hardly look like he's that old,
He's been at the auditorium 3 times in the past 12 months. So,
really?
Along with you, yes. So
wow.
He has the record for the most
most
bass player in the
Yeah.
He deserves a picture in the lobby, I think.
I'll tell you, Doc he's a tremendous bass player, but he is an incredible harmony vocal. He also does lead on a couple of songs, but he is an incredible harmony vocal, and he makes me sound good. That's all that I can say about Doc now. Love him. Then we've got Dylan Birch, and Dylan Birch is probably the premier drummer in the area. He plays with his brother Lucas in the Birch Brothers band, and he's a young guy that really has the feel. And then I went to church and I saw this gal playing piano and organ. And she was playing a song called Holy Water. And I went up to her afterwards, and she plays with feel, which I'm telling you, I haven't heard that in a long, long time. I've heard a lot of keyboard players, but I haven't heard anybody play with the feel that she has. And so she was playing this song, Holy Water, and I was singing the song Carpe Diem that I wrote to the very same tune. And it worked out. I asked her if she wanted to go on TV with me on Friday, and she said, "What?" And I was performing for a halfway house for women that are either recovering or addicted, getting off that. And they have this home in La Crosse, and so I wrote a song for them, and we performed that thing on Channel 19. And then she's just absolutely terrific. You'll love her.
And her name is?
Sarah Schmidt.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's also an ag teacher, correct?
Yes, sir. She's the ag teacher in Hillsboro.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All a part of the journey.
The Journeymen.
People.
Journey, yes.
No, we call them the Journeymen. We're not going to change that stuff, Polly.
The Journey people doesn't work.
No, it doesn't have the same ring to it.
The Journey ones.
It's coming up Sunday at the Richland Center City Auditorium at 2 o'clock. We'll have more on the morning show as we talk about the Veterans Tribute here in Richland Center this very weekend.
I laid in the rice paddy, 4 holes in the small of my back. I prayed every prayer that I ever knew. Let me die or help me get back. Next morning a chopper and a GI that I knew, we all called him Doc, appeared out of nowhere to rescue his brother and bring him on back to the flock. Bring him on back to the flock. I just recall the name tag, 9 Cavalry we did share. Doc was from my hometown and the answer to my prayer. The answer to my prayer. Nearly 50 years have gone by now. The war was long ago. I tried to forget about it and I tried to let it go. Most of my scars are healed now. The deep ones never, never can. Doc saved my life that day and I'd love to thank that man. I'd love to thank that man. I just recall the name tag, 9 Cavalry we did share. Doc was from my hometown and the answer to my prayer. The answer to my prayer. Last night was my class reunion. I wasn't gonna show. My wife, of course, had other plans and said that we must go. Each was given a name tag to help defray the shock. I greeted all my classmates and one had married Doc. One had married Doc. We must have hugged for quite a while. I never watched the clock. For 50 years I thought of him and now I found my Doc. Now I
That's Dan Kouba on WRCO on the morning show. Dan Kouba and the Journeymen will be at the Richland Center City Auditorium coming up on Sunday. Dan, anything you want to add about that particular song that hasn't been said?
I want to thank Bobby G. Rice. Bobby G. Rice actually gave me my very first break, and by bringing me down to Nashville. And Bobby, if you're listening by that streaming stuff, whatever that is, thank you.
Yeah, he's been working with some American Idol contestants and all kinds of things. So there you go. You got to consider yourself kind of lucky there. There's some big shows coming up. We wanted to talk a little bit about your season this year. This is show number 2 of the big season.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, we have the Dan Kouba, the Veterans Salute on November 9th. We have a comedian on November 15th at 7 p.m. named Andy Hartley. He's from Iowa, and he has unique humor, and he's a keen observer of everyday life. He'll have you laughing in the new seats. That's November 15th at 7 o'clock. Then we have the return of Maggie May and the Sawmill Creek Band Christmas show, December 14th at 2 p.m.
That was well received last year.
It was great, yes. And we hope to fill up all 407 of our new seats for that one. Then we have a silent movie, which we had the Phantom of the Opera a couple weeks ago, and those are pretty neat. That was Dave Roberts, and that's sponsored by the neighborhood housing people. Safety Last on January 23rd. Do you know Safety Last?
I don't know that one.
That's the Harold Lloyd silent comedy from 1923. When he hangs from the clock in New York City. So
I love Harold Lloyd. They used to show him all the time on Channel 21, his movies. And they're very good, very funny.
That's on January 23rd. We have Dan Lepion from, I think he's the Baraboo. He's a country western singer.
He's very good. He's been here
on
before.
January 24th.
Yeah.
Then, if you're looking for a date on Valentine's Day, February 14th, we have Longhorn the Comedian. He's a cowboy comedian from Chicago, I believe. So then again, on St. Paddy's Day, March 14th at 7 p.m., we have Leahy's Luck. Oh. We had them a couple years ago. They're really talented, an Irish band out of Milwaukee. April 10th, we have the Marx Brothers movie, Animal Crackers.
I got to go see that one.
Yeah, and that's April 10th at 7 o'clock, and all the movies are free admission. So, and then we're going to close the season out with High Mileage, the outfit out of your buddy Spanky's outfit out of Viroqua on May 9th at 7 p.m. So we have a nice schedule, and we may sneak in 1 or 2 more shows as they come up. But, we have a nice schedule, and I hope people can come on out to the brand new City Auditorium.
There's more room between the seats if you want to get up and do the Irish jig for Leahy's Luck.
That's great. And there is a little dance floor down in the front. If you want to do some dancing, there's a dance floor down in the front. I would like to thank our sponsors, especially Jones Chevrolet, for helping us out with some of that stuff. So I appreciate everybody coming out and filling the joint up starting this Sunday. So
it's awesome. And again, not every building can be saved, but I think this one is so important for the city of Richland Center.
Yeah,
isn't it?
This was before my time. I think it was set for demolition years ago, and the Richland County Performing Arts Council bought the building and wondered why they did it after a while. But we've over the last year or so, we've got some new board people, and we've really rejuvenated, and it's a great building. Come on out and visit. So.
Yeah, you got a chance on Sunday. Dave Havlick is here as well. Dave, Veterans Day is next Tuesday. What does that day mean to you personally?
There's a lot of meaning to that. Remembering all my brothers and sisters I've served with through the 4 years in the Navy. Even the brothers and sisters I didn't technically serve with, they're all part of family. And that's the biggest thing, is trying to remember that, we each served and gave up something to help out for our country.
Most definitely. When you were a youngster, you went to Richland Center High School, and I know Richland Center has always been very good at hosting a Veterans Day program. It's a school assembly. Do you remember being a young high school student there and witnessing that?
I actually even remember back to the middle school sitting through some of the Veterans Day programs and whatnot. But yeah, the high school, I do remember sitting through quite a few of them. So
yeah, and did you ever think? Did you think you were going to serve your country at that time, or when did you make that decision?
I kind of made that decision right out of high school. I joined the Navy and left for Great Lakes, Illinois, and did my boot camp there. So
Dan was talking about a story about the Navy and the ship pulling out. I think you've got kind of a similar story, don't you?
So when we got deployed, I was on the USS Theodore Roosevelt, and we deployed over to the UAE, and we actually manned the rails, and I got to be one of the ones, you out there in your dress whites, you're pulling away from the docks, and you see your family, your friends, stuff like that, standing there as you go away. And it gets kind of emotional just watching, you're leaving everybody behind except for the 5,000 other guys on the ship that become your family.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And how long were you at sea at that particular time?
That one was 7 months.
Okay. Boy, I don't know how that seems like a lot to handle. How do you handle that mentally?
Well, they keep you very busy.
Okay.
My crew worked 12 on, 12 off, so I work nights. So we go up and work at night. We get aircraft ready to launch and everything else, moving them around the ship and doing what we got to do. So they keep your mind pretty busy.
And then you slept during the day then?
I did.
In other words, so good. And I know you're going to be a part of this coming up this weekend. This is a great way for people to contribute. You take donations as well for the cause?
Yeah, we take donations. There's a lot of donations to do with the Legion. Like we have our American Legion Flag Park, which is one of the bigger flag parks. A lot of people actually come and see from different areas of Wisconsin. And then, we do take donations any time of the year to help out.
Yeah, I've had lots of people tell me that over the years that were visiting to the community. It's like, this flag park thing is amazing. Yeah. Did you just take the flags down, or is that going to be happening?
That's coming up.
That's coming up, I think, maybe in another week or so.
Yep.
They're looking for some help. Paulie?
I want to mention it is Taco Tuesday at the Legion today.
Okay.
That's a pretty popular.
That was
time.
very important to interrupt us there. That's fine. Taco Tuesday.
It's a paid advertisement. Right? Maybe I'll get a free taco out
at
of
the American Legion. I presume they're good. Right?
They're great. Yeah, they're great.
They have special things all week long at the Legion, don't they?
We do. Actually, if you keep up with our Facebook page, the Post 13 has a menu out. Usually they put it out Saturday or Sunday for the whole week. So we have our specials posted online.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then you have some regulars like this guy over here.
And we want to get Dallas Johnson as a celebrity bartender on Sundays. So
really,
well, we're trying to do that. We're not sure he'll. If you're listening, Dallas, give us a call.
I don't think he works on Sundays. So. Oh man, this has kind of gone nowhere really quickly here.
You got Paulie. What do you expect?
Well, that's true. You and Paulie go back a long ways, don't you?
Oh, Lordy. When he moved into Hillsboro back in
66, 67. The Summer of Love. I think it was
you were probably in fourth grade, and I was in sixth.
Somewhere around in
Summer of Love in Hillsboro.
It was my second time in fourth grade.
Yeah.
He probably helped the basketball team, though, somewhere along the line.
He wasn't bad. He was the rebounder, and he would feed Clark. Clark would sit outside and shoot all the time.
That's correct.
Did he ever get a rebound?
I don't think so.
Never met a shot he didn't like.
And I do. If we're going down memory lane, Phil, I have a question for you.
Oh, for me? Okay.
Do you remember 50 years ago, the fall of 1975?
Oh, sure. Of course I do.
Your first Phi-Ed class. Would you remember what happened? Your first Phi-Ed class?
First Phi-Ed class.
With a new teacher?
With a new teacher, Gary Goodconnect.
Do you remember what happened?
I did. I told some of my buddies, look, we're going to get rid of this guy. And he stayed for 36 years.
But he says that he had you sitting in the corner of the very first class.
Yeah,
Is that true?
That's a true story.
You had a spot over in the corner just for you?
I did. Yeah. Figured out how far I could push him around. It didn't go real well.
And here you are 50 years later and you're buddies with
Somehow
him.
I'm friends with him after all these years. But so that's all you had from
That's all I had, yeah.
Down memory lane.
Well, he talked about the football helmet, but we didn't want to go there.
We're going to bring that up one of these days on trial. I've got legal counsel on that one. So, but any stories about Dan? Because I mean, you actually encouraged him to make his big comeback.
After the funeral, yes. After it was Leonard's funeral, you and Leonard had an agreement that whoever died first would sing at your funeral. Is that correct?
Is that what it was?
Leonard Weiland had a speech impediment. There's no way he could sing it.
Well, Mel Tillis.
And I witnessed
Well, that's true.
And I witnessed that, and I told Dan he did a nice job. He should start his career.
Start his career.
What year was that, Daniel?
That was 2017.
And how many songs have you written since that time?
154.
He's got the exact number.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you gotta. I mean, it's your motivator, you know.
And you go through all the hoops of copywriting them and all that stuff.
Yeah. I've had. I just had my 51st song done in Nashville. Not all the songs end up in Nashville, but yeah, I've been very, very fortunate. I got a great manager, Debbie Grisham. Her husband Doyle is the steel guitar player for the Coral Reefers, which is the Jimmy Buffett band, and she just opens the right doors. I can't thank her enough.
That's why I was wondering how you get booked in Florida and you get booked somewhere in Tennessee. And
yeah, it's because of her. Mm-hmm. I got to tell you a story. Can I?
Go ahead.
When we had the premiere for the movie out in Hollywood at the Grauman Chinese Theater for the Apache Blues movie, we're sitting in a hotel, and all the blues that were there, and Dwayne and Mary Bloor and my wife and me, but all the rest of them were solo. They didn't have wives with them. And a guy by the name of Tony Cortez calls. And he says that his wife is dying and he won't be able to make the premiere, and she's now passed away. And when they hung up, Tony says, "I love you, man." And Dwayne says, "I love you too, you know that." And they went right around the table. "I love you, I 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 love you." They hang up, and I said, "I got to ask you guys a question. When's the last time that you said I love you to your own brother or your own sister?" And Craig Jorgensen, the author of all the books that are about Vietnam, he said, "Dan, you don't understand." He said, "They didn't go through what we went through together." And I went home and wrote the song Band of Brothers. And Band of Brothers will be the closer for the first set. It's truly about the love that they have for one another, the respect that they have for one another, no matter where they came from.
Mm-hmm. You and I can understand it. Dave, you probably understand a little bit of what he's talking about. Don't you?
Yeah. It's just the closeness you become throughout your time serving, because you depend on these people to watch your back no matter what, and they depend on you to watch their back as well. So you come tight-knit family that way.
Have you kept in contact with a lot of those that you served with?
A few of them I do. There's some that have fallen off. You don't know where they went, and I've actually had one friend pass away from that. So,
but still, precious time in your life then.
Yes,
absolutely.
very.
And then when you get together with all the veterans groups that you're in now too, whether you served, whatever branch you served in, I'm sure you got a lot in common, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We all give each other a hard time. It's kind of a thing the military does, is we give each other, but you know, we'd be willing to fight for any one of us. We all are brothers and sisters. It doesn't matter how we served, what we served.
Yeah, that love for one another.
Yep.
Absolutely. Paulie, anything else you wanted to add?
Well, I just got a flash that in April of this coming year, we're going to do the Betty Hayes dedication at the auditorium.
I wonder when that was going to happen.
Yeah, we're scheduling it for April of 2026.
Who's Betty Hayes?
Oh, I asked that question once. Don't ask that
wait a
question
minute.
in Richland Center,
She's
Dan.
the one that did the dancing.
You're going to get. I asked that once at a meeting. They went around talking about her, and I said, I looked around, I said, "Who's Betty Hayes?" And they looked at me like I crawled out from under a rock.
Well, you didn't grow up
I
here.
grew up in Vernon County, is what I said.
Had to be
Betty Hayes is the, well, you know Betty Hayes more than I do.
Well, she's a world record holder for, teaching dance for the number of, and her
That's
dances
right. I remember
were on
a couple of
stage.
girls came down to Richland Center to dance class.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Were you a dancer, Phil?
No.
You were not. There
Only
was
on Friday night after the football game, but
Twist and shout.
twist and shout. But, so the stage is going to be named, dedicated Betty Hayes
Hayes,
Stage.
and we're looking to do that in the spring around April of 2026.
And there's going to be a plaque in her honor
Correct,
and
yes,
everything.
yes.
So
Yeah,
that'll be
that-
wonderful.
I think that'll be great.
And Betty will
Mea
probably
culpa.
dance across the stage.
We're trying to get some of her ex-dancers to come back, because some of them went on to further dance.
Oh, sure.
Few success after that.
Many other levels, you bet.
Yeah, so,
Great.
Okay, that's what I have to add.
Anything else you wanted to add today about the show coming up on Sunday, Dan?
I am so proud of our veterans, and I think we'll prove it to you on Sunday. Thank you.
And opening, it's going to be hard to follow those youngsters.
Those
from
kids, yeah.
St. Mary's.
Well, I played the Family and Children's Center up in La Crosse in October of 24, and I cheated, and I went and I brought in 65 kids. I wrote a song called Handprints, and it was about abused children. And we were raising money for this organization. And I had these 65 kids sing as the choir for the song Handprints. Hundreds of handprints grace the halls, from the teenage to the very small. Anyway, they stole the show. And I will also say that I think I saw quite a few checkbooks coming out because of those kids. So we're going to do the same dang thing here. Aren't we, Paulie?
It'll be a great day, and the Packers do not play until Monday night.
I know it. It's the first thing I look for.
That's correct. Yeah, so
They
we
didn't
schedule
play.
around
They didn't play on Sunday.
They didn't play Sunday either.
But they don't play this Sunday. So
No, they don't.
Everybody come on out to the City Auditorium.
St. Mary's School Children's Choir opening up, and then Dan Kouba and the Journeymen on Sunday at 2. Thanks, gentlemen, for coming in today. It's been
Thanks
fun.
for
Thanks for
having
having us, Phil.
You're welcome. Dan Kouba joining us, along with Paul Knorr and Dave Havlick, talking about the upcoming Veterans Tribute at the City Auditorium Sunday.